These are the original seats for my Ford Escort, and although at first glance they look in pretty good condition, they aren't. The material's peeling off the back of the seats and the foam is actually crumbling into little pieces. So I took to Facebook Marketplace to find myself a new set. And after messaging back and forward for a little bit, I managed to get my hand on these. Yep, I managed to get myself a full set of Recaros for my Ford Escort RS2000, and only for £200 as well. Now, they're not in the best condition, with a few rips, tears and stains, but for £200 I can't complain. So let's give them a little clean first. And to clean the seats I was using a soft drill brush and some spray, and although I was getting some results it wasn't quite cutting it, so I came back the next again day with a wet vac. And using that wet vac worked really well. You could literally see it pulling out the dirt. And that is us finally done extracting all the seats. Now they're not perfect and they never will be perfect, but they're definitely 100 times better. I then got on to removing the rear seats. Then to get the top of the rear bench out, I've got some more Torx. Yay! Now when we unboxed the seats, you might have noticed how rusty the back of the back seats were. So what we're going to do now is take the metal backing off of my back seats and put them onto these. Now I might not keep it like that forever, I might take the backing of these, give them a sand down and then paint them again and put them back on so it's all original. But because me and Amy are going on this road trip this weekend, we need to get the seats in, so let's do that. So the rear bench is now out and you can see the difference in them. This is the one from my car and this is from the RS2000. Absolutely rotten, so I'm going to try and put my base onto these. And all that held the base of the seat on was these little plastic screws. They weren't too bad to take off, however there was one bad one because the seat was so rusty that it just rounded right off. What an absolute nightmare I've had just trying to get that bit of metal off, but we've got it off and look at how bad that looks. And look at the inside of that, absolutely rotten. So we're going to get my nice one onto this one. There's literally crumbling bits of metal stuck to this seat. Look at that, absolutely rotten. Got to love an old Ford. Wow. Gave that a little hoover, don't look too close because you might be sick, but we're going to get this bottom onto this one. And after putting the new base on the rear bench, I got the top of the back seats and put the new backing on them as well. Right, there's another bit off. So I'm almost there with the seats. I've got about 25% of the seats in the back, but it started peeing it down, so I'm just going to get on with getting the seats in and then I'll get back to you. But it's so annoying. Right, I've run into a slight issue with the backing of my original seat. I have this folded down a bit, like that, comes down. Looks pretty good, but for some reason Ford used little plastic screws for the rest of the seat and then they decided to rivet this on, so I'm going to have to drill these rivets out to use this back. What an absolute faff. Right, I got the bottom part of the armrest off, now it's just this top bit with 3 more rivets. And there we have it, a nice clean back for the new seat to go onto. So that is the top of the rear seats in. I'm not sure what's going on here though. We've got a massive gap at the back of this big bench here. This one's sitting normal here where it sat before, but for some reason this one's sitting miles away and it's all clipped in. That's it clipped in, but it never sat like this before. So if anybody knows what's going on here, please let me know, because that's really odd. All that's left to do now for the back is put that bottom bench in. And there we have the full rear seats in. Look at them. It's quite the colour change up, and I know it's not the best of colour combinations, but it's really hard to work with everything being blue inside. But these are going to look cool, and it'll get better once I'm more used to them. And now we've just got the front two left to do. So we've got some 10mm here on the back and then on the front as well, and that's the same for both. So let's get these out. After Pip quality controlled the new passenger seat, I took the old passenger seat out. So I've just took the bottom padding off of the driver's seat, and this is another reason why I wanted another set of seats. This is all old foam just powdering up into little bits, and it was all coming down the sides onto here and stuff. So yeah, glad to change the name as well. Right, and finally we have one front seat. That is a passenger side front seat in it now. That is coming together. It looks so cool. But what a faff that was, because the seats that I bought didn't come with the runners, so I'm having to switch the runners off of my old seats onto the new ones. And just look at the old seat. I feel quite bad for it actually. Look at the old seat. It's in bits, man. But I needed the runners. Right, so you might notice it's pretty much dark now, and we're finally done. All 4 seats are in. Look at the state of the old ones. But I'll tidy all that up. But it's time for a first seat in the new seats. Here we go. Oh, they're comfy as anything. They're so huggy. Wow. I thought the Mark IV Fiesta seats were comfy. These are so nice. Wow. Proper comfy. These will do perfect for the road trip. It's a bit dark right now to show you the seats in their full glory, so I'll wait till it's a nice and bright day and then I'll show you them fully. Escort with the new seats, they're so comfy, man. I'm actually filming this clip after we're just back from doing the Cannonballs run, which was a full drive of the North Coast 500, over 900 miles in this car, so they've proved their worth and they're so comfy, and they're really huggy as well, so when you're going around the tight corners up there it's actually really good. Unfortunately, that does bring us to the end of this week's video, but I hope you did enjoy it anyway. That was such an upgrade for the Escort. But please like this video, comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new or you watch my videos and you're not subscribed. You probably thought I was going to say bye there, but check out this teaser for next week's video. Something happened with the tent. It kind of just flew away. So we're sleeping in the back of the Escort.